my God, he's back again. Do. Is that really gone already? Oh my God, these things are rubbish. Oh, that's why. Idiot. Well, them pads are rubbish. They're literally rip off things there. I'll probably just go and get some sandpaper. Can't beat good old sandpaper. Oh, but yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Well, yeah. Probably gonna get some. I think I might have to get some primer because my mom's decorating's been terrible in here. Literally, it's terrible. That's like 40 years. 40 years that is probably of paint on there. So I'm just going to try and sand it as best as I can. And then I'm going to buy some primer tomorrow. I'm going to go get some primer tomorrow. Prime it all. And then Yeah, paint it white. I might paint it white. Yeah, paint it white. Because I'm going to have the skirting boards, right. It's going to be black, grey walls. Like, it's like a slate grey walls. I'm going the back wall's going to be like a black wallpaper with some sort of pattern in it. And then obviously the skirts are going to be brown, and I'm going to paint the windowsills. Obviously, the windowsills and all the obviously skirting boards are all going to be white. I really wanted to paint. I'll probably paint the door. Yeah, I'll paint the door white as well. I really would paint it all grey, but I can't bother. Enjoy, James. I use a light box I made for pictures. It's not the best for large items though. Don't really have much space to make. Yeah, the thing is, I buy all sorts. So this, my table, I don't know how big my table. I think the table, I got it. Yeah, my table's gonna be that high. So I'm gonna have that, all that, to hang on it. But then, if I get something really big, because I'm gonna laminate it all the way down to the bottom. If I get something really big, I can pull the table out, because that's where my bed is now. So I've got plenty of room just to pull my table out and then take something really big. If it's really, really big though, I'll probably just take it out, picture outside probably. But yeah, it's more space in it. Yeah, more sales. Or photos, and obviously what the thing is gets you more sales, and obviously prices. If you're a business seller, you gotta have a decent background, I say. You can't just copy and paste pictures. You know, some things like with my, oh, I might hide that one. Some things like when I sell the Nike stuff, I do put a picture up of the like a man I found of them wearing it, so I know what they actually are. You know what they look like on somebody. Yeah, and they still sell. That's the thing, they still sell. Racing sim in. You mean one of the things you sit in and you race? One of them? Right. I need to get another pad. These pads are rubbish. Gonna run out of them already. These pads are absolutely terrible. I mean, that's rubbish. Cheap. I'll take it back, I will. Black & Decker. The name's well known, but the actual stuff is rubbish. The stuff is actually rubbish. Woo! God, I know you're watching, Rob, but you're a terrible painter. The amount of overlay on this. Jeez. The amount of overlay. It's terrible. Look at all this. That's what you call a lazy painter. Look at all that. I mean, she's painted on this, on the sideboard. Terrible. Yeah, these pads are rubbish. They're lasting they're lasting seconds. They're absolutely rubbish. Oh, wicked! That must have cost a fortune. They're not cheap. You got too much money on them. I only bought it because I couldn't be bothered to do it with my hand. I'll probably take it back saying it's a load of rubbish tomorrow. I might actually just take it back tomorrow. I paid 20 quid for it. I could just get some sandpaper. It'd be cheaper. Saying that, I can't be bothered. But it's these things. I say I'm gonna get some other sandpaper because in the little gaps and that I can't. Should be wearing a mask really, but I ain't got one. Oh well, doesn't matter. If I die, I die. Yeah. I'm actually going to get blinds as well for this room because the problem with having it there, obviously, is when I have the if I have curtains, the curtains are going to come down here, and when I obviously have them open, they're going to be in the way. So I'm going to actually get some blinds and put them inside. Take that down. Take some banisters here. Take them down. Take them down. Because Kai hasn't got a curtain in his room, so I can put that in there. But yeah, that's all right. It's good enough for me at the moment, anyway. Like I said, I'm gonna buy some primer anyway, just to get the it to pop, you know, the colours to pop a bit more. Well, not the colours, the whiteness to pop a bit more. All the windowsills need cleaning. I mean, that's some overlay on that. Major bad. Thing is, like behind here, doesn't make any difference, does it? Because you're never going to see it. so I'm don't really care about that. Oh, Jamie, I'm not. Oh well, let's have a look. Course, baby, yeah. Wasn't cheap. 4K TV. What I'm building, mate, I'm renovating the whole house. It's for my reselling. So I do reselling. So I've got another room where I take a couple pictures. Well, I've took out the inside of that. There used to be a walk-in, well, not walk-in wardrobe, but built-in wardrobe there, an old-fashioned one. So I've ripped the doors out, took the doors out, and I'm gonna have my table. Gonna laminate it all because I use actually laminated flooring. Just Gorilla Glue it up, and yeah, that's going to be my new like studio, sort of like where I take my pictures for eBay and stuff like that, and do my videos. Okay then, Liam, thank you for telling him. Yeah. So yeah, so in my other room I have a table, and then all the way up the wall it's all laminated, but I'm going to laminate the sides as well. So in there it's going to be all laminated. Hey mate, what are you guys used to find the prices of rare items? I have an item, I only find 2 others online, both listed at 2. Use the eBay thing for 3 years. If there's no solds on that, what is it? I might know. I had something that was not even been sold on eBay in like God knows how many years. So what I had to do is, because it was a toy, I just typed in the name of it, and I had to look on prices of what like the other figures in the collection was, and then I found out my one was a rarer one. So it wasn't boxed or anything, but I found out roughly. I just have to put it on for an estimate. So like I said, whatever you're happy with, you need to have a look at the people who've put that on and see how long they've listed it for. If it's been on for like over 20-30 days, it's probably been relisted as well. If it's rare, you can kind of set prices. Yeah, but you've got to remember, Jack, it also it might not be worth anything. That's the thing. Rare, just because it's rare doesn't mean it's worth anything. You know, I could have a rare bottle like this, doesn't mean it's worth anything. I can't really say anything unless I knew what it is. If I know, tell me what it is, I'll have a rough estimate on what it could be. What are you doing on here, Ricky? Look, I'm decorating. Well, not. I'm doing. This is going to be. It's going to be weird being in a room where the bed is going to be behind. That's where the magic happens. So, yeah, I'm just sanding my balls. But let's get on with it. Again, these are rubbish. That is almost gone. They're rubbish. I'm going to take it back to B&M with all these used. I'm just going to say it's a load of rubbish. They're rubbish. They're literally gone in seconds. Thing is, I claim this back, you know, put it on my expenses list. Jesus Christ, that floorboards up fine. to start up a new channel together. Ricky and John, DIY SOS. How to not fix up your house. The only man I know that has an... Well, that's the title of a video about moving and being humble. I do not. Thanks, though. Really appreciate it. Hey, if you see me on TV, you know, you could be Handy Andy, Tricky Ricky. I used to love changing rooms. I used to always watch it. Is obsessed with it. That's all right. Oh, that needs This room's going to be so bougie. It's going to be like Late Night Love with John. John's going to be the new Guy Phoenix, building Britain's billionaire houses. You know what? I don't know if Ricky's still here, but that's one thing that I would love to get into. Not actually fixing them because I ain't got a clue. You know, I hate decorating. I really do. I don't mind doing a little bit, like a bit of sanding, bit of painting once in a while. But you know, I remember my dad. He used to start like a room of wallpapering. He'll do one sheet and then that's it. He'll lose his rag, and then my mum had to do the rest of the room because he couldn't do it. But yeah, it's good money seeing an old house getting made to look good again, if you know what I mean. But you have to have a lot of money to do that as well. Cost a lot of money. People have done that, have had a little bit of money already to do it. So yeah, it's not as easy as you think. You know, you'd have to buy the house straight away. Well, you know, you have to have money for that. Hello, Pincho or Pito or Pitco or whatever. Mine would be more. If I had loads of money, I'd be renting out Lamborghinis and Ferraris. That would be my job. I'd have a big, massive warehouse of all like supercars, and just I'll be renting them out and people could have them for music videos. Mega money in there, absolute loads of money. If you've got load of nice supercars, you can make loads. I watched what's his name? The one that does the raps on cars, the Asian lad, Yazim. He's well famous when he does all them, and he went around this bloke's garage, and he asked him what he does, and he rents cars, and he said to me, how do you afford one? He said, well, what I did, I saved up a load of, yeah, that's it, I saved up a load of money, and I got my first car on finance. I had a load of equity, I sold it, and then I got my first car on finance, and it was like 3.5 grand a month for this Lamborghini. But what I did with it is I rented it out, so people used it for obviously videos, and because it was a good one, videos, renting it out for weekends and stuff like that. And you charge a lot for a Lamborghini. It could be well over 1,000, 2,000. And he said, I think it was in a year, he paid it off. He literally paid this off. And then he got finance again on another car, different sort of car. I think it was a Ferrari or something, and did it again. And basically, the job, obviously renting the cars out to people, now has paid for all the cars he's got. And I think he had about 6 or 7 supercars now, and he rents them all out, and they don't owe him nothing. But he says whenever he gets a car, he never buys it out straight. He goes, because now he's got so much equity and he can get the finance on these cars. He gets him out. He's literally making loads of money. It's a great way of doing it. Yeah, well, there's not enough rich people to hire a Lamborghini around here. But obviously, you have an area, and there'll be obviously UK wide. Good advertising, good website. I mean, if you've got a YouTube channel as well, you're making loads of money, aren't you? Evening, you getting a Lambo, eBay going that well? No, just talking about this bloke, the Yazin, the one that wraps cars. He went to this bloke and he said, how did you get your first Lamborghini, and got the business going, because he rents out supercars, and he said he got the finance on a Lamborghini. And then with that Lamborghini, he rented it out, obviously, and it costs a lot of money to rent out a Lamborghini, easy a few grand. And by the end of the year, he paid off that Lamborghini. Then he bought another supercar on finance and did the same. And like he's got like 6 or 7 supercars now, all paid through finance, but paid through his business, which is great. It's basically what he did is he looked at how you do it with houses, but he did it with cars. Because if you've got enough money to buy a house, I mean, you buy the house and then you rent it out, don't you? And then you buy the house and rent another house. That's how what they do. And obviously, the people who are in the house are paying for that mortgage. But you just need the big lump sums, don't you? You just need lots of money. And a lot of people can't do that. People struggle to even get a house. I can't afford a house, Plus, I've got a cushy here, so I don't need to. Mark McCain has an insane car collection worth about 8 million. He's Ken Block's old car. Oh, cool. Don't tell everyone that. Don't tell everyone that YouTube would make loads. Oh, yeah. Oh. Is this like a reverse how-to video? Yeah. It's like how not to do it. Oh, cool, Liam. Is this profile picture an AA photo of yourself? Yep. It was like when the whole AI thing first came out, and you could put yourself in put yourself as a cyborg, you could put yourself as a gladiator, and that one came out. You actually put one like proper big muscle bound, and I looked absolutely like just a bit of fun, wasn't it? I need to change it eventually, but Liam's doing it. What's waiting for him? Well, yeah, that's pretty much it done, I think. Oh, just gonna sand the top. Oh God. That's it. I'm going to use a folding chair to stand up on it. Yeah. Don't try this at home. In Crocs. Who decorates in Crocs? Me. Haha. There's a spider bit here. It's been with me all day. Where you gone? Oh, yeah, you are. Come on. You. Oh, you're on the floor. I'm going to tread on you now, you stupid idiot. No spiders is harmed in this video. These are rubbish. What a waste of money. Thank God it's only 20 quid. I got one left. For a house, you only need 20% deposit, and then get interest on the mortgage. You can get even a 5% deposit. That's low. Depends on what you're getting, isn't it? The thing is, with houses, I don't have a clue about them, but it's like I've always lived in this house, and it's a really nice area. It's a detached house in a really, really nice area, right next to a hospital, right next to a primary school, and it's like it's all owned. All the houses are owned. You know, it's not no council area around here. So I'm not snobby, but I couldn't live in a ghetto. There's loads of places in there. Liam lives in a ghetto. He lives in a rough area. Liam does. He's a gangster. I know. I live it on the edge here. I'm living on the edge. If I don't do a video, you know why? I've got like something wrong with my lungs. Artex? No, there's no Artex. It's just paint. Well, if you say where you're from, Donington. But every area has a rough and a bad and a good part. Every area has a rough part. All right, let's just get this bit out of the way. If I fall over and break my neck, at least it's on live. Record this, because I might get some money. do. That's me done. I've had enough. If you employ me, I'll be... If you want me to do your house decorating, I'm like £20 an hour, but I'm going to take at least 40 years to do your house, okay? You sound like you live Ketley way. I'm Appley. I live in Appley. So, the posh area. I got £500,000 houses behind me. Shame I don't live in one of them. 3-story, big thatched houses and really nice. I live right next to the woods. Oh mate, if I fell off, they don't even do you for being friends anymore, do they? You need to get 250 quid for that. But that is done now, right? So what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, I'm going to drop my lad off at school, get some stuff, get some more sanding paper, get some. What sanding paper is best to get gloss off? What? Montgomery, yeah, the Hadley area part, that is rough, yeah. It's not as bad as it is now. I don't think anywhere is as bad. Not like Sutton Hill, Woodside, they needs to be rough. What's the best sandpaper to get rid of gloss on skirting boards, you know? Because I'll get some tomorrow, because I ain't got a clue. Eddie, you should know. It's lovely around here, though, Liam. If you go to, I mean, literally, when I went to Birmingham not so long ago, I crap myself. I don't know how anybody can live in Birmingham. So dirty and rough. Right, on the outskirts, it's lovely, but in the city, it's horrible. I'm not a city boy. I couldn't live in a city. It's like Liverpool around Anfield is proper rough. Guys, come on. I want to know what the sandpaper is. I want to move. Oh, God, don't want to live in Manchester. Manchester's a right dump. That's one of the worst places ever. One, it's Manchester. If you move to Manchester, I'm blocking you because I'm a Liverpool fan. Just use a multi-pack from Wix or B&Q with different grades in. Probably want some very rough. Yeah, okay then, Adi, I'll have a look. Yeah, I might get some primer as well, some gloss. Well, some primer for the wood, because I could just paint over it. I know that's fine. It wouldn't bother me, but because they haven't been done for such a long time, obviously they've yellowed, and just painting it straight on it, the yellow will eventually come through. England, yeah, because they're playing Senegal. Senegal, a good team. They're a good team, and Mane's not even playing. Sarr, he's brilliant. I think Liverpool should buy Sarr. England are just rubbish. I mean, they've got probably about 3 or 4 good players. The rest are a load of rubbish. I mean, I don't even know how any of these ones have got in the team. Why have they put Henderson in there? He's past it. Gallagher, rubbish. Absolutely rubbish, all of them are. But yeah, I'm going to wipe this down. All I'm doing is, what I want to do is try and get, because I might not, obviously, this room's going to be a right mess for quite a long time. I probably won't finish decorating this until after my holidays. But I've got the paint. So what I probably will do is get this bit done. So I've still got my photo part, so I can take photos. But I'm not actually listing any new stuff. I'm just ending 5 and then re-uploading ones that are coming to the end, and it's worked. I've ended the last 2 days or 3 days, and the ones that like finishing, so they'll just go end anyway. End them quickly before it actually happens, and then obviously somebody's TV's on watching the football, and I think England just scored. Yeah. Oh yeah. I just saw Bellingham doing this, and what I'll do, I forgot what I was saying now because I'm watching the football. He's just had a new TV fitted in his house, and it's absolutely massive. I think it's bigger than the TV I had. I can actually watch the game from here. But yeah, I'm gonna get this done. So this bit's already sorted inside. It doesn't even matter about the glossing because I can do that another time. But getting the laminate on that wall is the most important. Paint inside, obviously, and getting the laminate on there, because then I can move the table in there. And yeah, I need a new carpet, but I like I said, I'm not loaded at the moment because I've just spent loads of money on my holiday, and obviously I need spending money. If the holiday was like in 3 or 4 months' time, then it's a bit different. But yeah, I wish I had them binoculars. You know, a subscriber bought them binoculars. A subscriber bought them binoculars. I can't believe it. Oh. Saying that, there's a woman in the top window. Woo! Not really. Shall I get it on live stream? Oh. They are rubbish. England are rubbish. They are rubbish. Jude Bellingham's brother's moving, isn't he? He's going to Borussia Dortmund. I watched him play in the final. He's not as good as his brother. Oh, it's been disallowed. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Well done. Press. Yeah. You do not say relist, because what happens is when you list something, you have a code. You know, serial code for that item, and if you relist it, it will come up with the same code. So it's not actually as a new listing. Sell similar. Adjust the wording in the title, maybe make it sound even better if you can, and then just lower it a little bit, because yeah. And I've sold, I think, 3 or 4 items since I've done that. Just ended the listing, and that's what I'm going to be doing, because obviously I can't list anything anyway because it's a mess in there. So yeah, so I'm gonna go, guys, because I just want something to eat. I'm hungry. But thank you, Eddie, for coming on. Thank you, Jack, and everybody. Liverpool, well, yeah, whatever. You're just jealous because Liverpool are the best team, and we're gonna have the most expensive Premier League football. It's going to be amazing when he's there. Right then, guys. Thank you for watching. See you later. I think you need to sort yourself out. Liam, terminate quick before I go. Terminate him. Oh, he's gone. Hey, Liam. He's like the Terminator. Don't mess around with me or Liam. I get you. Thank you, Liam. Anyway, see you later. I don't know what I'll be doing a video tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. See ya.